from the break, Mattyvision.com. Thank you, Bill Berge, for stopping in. 80s Philadelphia Eagles football giant. Look who this is. It's the Doctor, along with the Judge, the Honorable Muggsy. I am DJ Bugsy, and this is the Sports Report. We're starting off with the NFL playoffs. Where are we at here?
Championship weekend. We got the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship.
Okay.
Actually, the last weekend of the NFL year where we'll have more than one game. So next week we got the Pro Bowl, and then we got the Super Bowl.
Who cares about the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, if any of you out there are watching the Pro Bowl, it kind of makes me jealous every time I watch the Pro Bowl because it's Pro Bowl weekend and you see Joe Montana playing flag football in the sand with a bunch of pretty girls in bikinis.
Joe Montana.
And we are in Pennsylvania, and we'll be shoveling out our walkways probably that morning.
Who we got playing this weekend?
3 o'clock, 3 p.m., we got the Ravens visiting Tom Brady, pretty boy himself, and the New England Patriots up in Foxborough.
Ravens, Patriots.
Great matchup. This is what, everyone predicted this matchup. A lot of experts predicted this from the start of the playoffs, I think. Me being one of them.
Yes?
Yeah.
Me being an expert. Last week's the Patriots throttled Tebow Mania himself, and the Ravens survived the win against the Houston Texans. So this week it's going to be interesting. It's classic, good offense, great offense actually, versus great defense matchup.
Yes, it is. And you look at it, it's going to be another one of those cases. Can Tom Brady and that offense create schematic nightmares for the Ravens defense?
Yeah, and a couple years ago, the same matchup in I think it was the wild card round, and the Ravens hung 3 touchdowns up on them in the first quarter, and they pretty much blew them out of the water that day.
Yeah, Ray Rice blew them out of the water.
And that's a huge matchup, is can New England and their, which people call it, I'm hearing a lot of this word, finesse. Can their finesse defense stop the running game of Ray Rice, which all helps the Joe Flacco passing game.
Yeah,
Rutgers graduate, sorry.
Rutgers boy.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Ray Rice, he has over 33% of the Ravens offense during the regular season when it comes to rushing and receiving. Patriots defense are the 31st best defense in the NFL, which means they're the second worst. But they only give up 21 points a game. Go figure that.
Yeah.
With their stats.
Flacco has been getting a lot of flack this week, as I've said before. He's the only quarterback to win in his first 4 years 4 playoff games, at least one in his first 4 years.
At least one road game. He had 2, then 1. So he's got 5 playoff wins, one of the most for a quarterback who's never even won a even got to a Super Bowl.
Personally, I think this Patriots team may have the most weapons for Tom Brady that he's ever had in his career. I think so.
And that's saying something when he had Randy Moss.
He had Randy Moss, but now he has those 2 matchup nightmares, and Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez and the little guy, Wes Welker.
And as a judge, I can't forget about the law firm of Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
But the Patriots defense is huge, and it's tough, and it's gritty, and it seems to slow down a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you think? Your prediction, the Honorable Muggsy.
I'm taking the Patriots. Brady's got too many weapons. He'll be flinging it all day on them.
Yeah, I know. A lot of things aren't going right. A lot of people are in the Ravens locker room are talking stuff on Flacco, not confident in him. I think it's going to get to his head because when people say stuff about Tom Brady, he brushes it off. Flacco is he's very combative when someone in the media says around him. I don't think it's going to have a great game. I think a defense, it's a championship game, should be able to stop keying on one running back, which is Ray Rice, and I like the Patriots to win, actually cover the spread.
That was a big spread.
Yeah, 7.5. I have them winning 27-19, which is 8.
Hey, so you're just getting them to cover the spread.
Don't tell Counter Girl I said this, but Tom Brady's a rock star, and I don't see him losing.
I don't either. I really don't either.
All right, enough with those 2 teams. Let's go to everybody's excited about the Giants and 49ers.
Yes. 6:30 on Sunday, immediately following the Patriots-Ravens. The Giants are visiting the 49ers in San Fran. Going to be a good matchup. And that's another one, a classic strong defense versus what the Giants have been having is a great offense.
Yes. A little magic, sorry.
A little magic, a lot of magic,
yes.
actually.
Yeah, the Giants, it's hard to bet against them right now, the way they're playing on offense and defense. They beat the Falcons, which had a good offense. They completely made it a nightmare for Aaron Rodgers last week.
Now San Francisco beat them earlier in the year.
And that was a great game.
That was a good game. They won by a touchdown, but
The
the Giants weren't
Giants
very healthy.
And but the Giants were they had the more statistics in that game. They just couldn't get the ball in the end zone when they needed to.
And that's the Niners' MO, is, making a turnover. Can the Niners, who forced all those turnovers against the Saints, turn over Eli, who's been asked to do that, especially in the red zone?
And is Jerry Rice's legs fresh enough?
Jerry Rice is a little too old. I think he's in the suit right now, and he's definitely predicting the Niners to win this week, I'm guessing. And a lot of people love that Niners defense, and you kind of have to.
And you can't argue the weather. Supposed to be rain out there in San Francisco this week.
Supposed to rain out there. They have a great running game. Didn't show much of it last week, but Frank Gore rarely gets shut down 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I think the big thing is can the Giants get a running game against the 49ers defense? If the Giants can even get somewhat of a running game going, it opens the play action pass for Eli, and that's when he really.
Which is huge. And having Ahmad Bradshaw, he just came back to practice today, so he's healthy, and he's a playmaker. And he's a tough guy to see, and he might give a lot of San Francisco fans a headache, because you don't think of Matt Bradshaw, you think Victor Cruz and Akeem Nycz and Eli Manning. So, what do you got? What do you think?
It's hard to bet against the Giants right now. I'll take it Eli and the Giants.
Well, I mean, I love the fact that the Giants can get a pass rush without having a blitz, which they're one of the only.
Pierre Paul, 16 and a half sacks for defensive line.
A little guy called O.C. Umniara, who's been playing great ball lately. Matthias Kiwanuka, that's a tough one to say. I love them. Eli in the big game, I take him over Alex Smith. I like the Giants too, Bucks. We rarely agree, but we agree on both of these games. So we're saying there's going to be a rematch of the 07 Super Bowl, Giants Patriots. But I like the Giants to pull ahead. Last possession, field goal to win it.
Very interesting.
23-20.
Matty being born in Jersey is going to stick with Big Blue. I'm also taking the Giants right now. We're going to take a little break. We're going to see what's going on here and some little commercial we got for you here. We're going to come up after the break and we're going to bang the gavel. You're watching Mattyvision.com. Don't go anywhere. We're back from the break with the Sports Report with Dr. Duggan and the Honorable Muggsy. Bang the gavel, here come the judge, here come the judge.
Okay, the first half of the Lackawanna League concluded over the past week. There are a couple playoff games that are happening tonight on the girls' side, and so we'll get to that in a minute. First, got to give a good shout out to Jerry Kinsel. However, it was a very tough lose again for 52 points on Tuesday against Holy Cross.
Yeah, what an effort that is to score 52 out of your team, 63 points?
61. They lost
61
63-61 to Holy Cross in overtime.
That's a tough one. That was a big game, and big players show up in big games, and Jerry did that.
Yeah, it was like in Hoosiers. They would run the 1-4s, spread it all out, I guess that was. But on a brighter note, he came back with 30 last night against Valley View. It broke, that's the Riverside's all-time scoring mark held by Mike Morgan Jr.
So congrats to Jerry, huh? And they also won that. Was that an overtime as well?
78-75 win over Valley View. Another great kid. Jerry Kitzel's, I'll tell you what, he's looking like a player of the year right now, the way he's playing.
Yeah, that's some accomplishment. Looks like he's going to end up with 1,500 points career at least. And his career as a high school basketball player, that's pretty tough to do.
Yes, it is. There was another record that fell over the weekend this week. Terry Turner picked up right where he left off the Scranton High School all-time scoring mark, passing Lamar Johnson on Tuesday against Honesdale.
Yeah, it's fitting because he was saying he grew up kind of looking up to Lamar, and you know, and the crazy thing about him breaking this record is Terry's not one to take a lot of shots. You know what I mean? He's almost like LeBron James type. If he sees an open guy, he's gonna pass it.
Right.
And then Scranton came back on Thursday and they defeated Abington Heights for the Division I first half title. 50-33.
Back there.
They held J.C. Shaw to just 5 points in that game. Considering the numbers that J.C. Shaw has put up this season for Abington, 5 points, that's a real good defensive effort.
Big win for Scranton.
Yes, it is. Division III hasn't been settled yet, Lackawanna League. Lakeland went up to Montrose last night, picked up a 58-50 win. Kyle Kierhart, the quarterback for the Lakeland Chiefs, had 16 points in that game, leading the charge for Lakeland. And now they get a one-game playoff tomorrow night at Mountain View with Montrose to decide that first half title.
Yeah.
So that takes care of the boys. The
girls, West Invaders won a game.
Woo!
Yes.
West Side!
Yes, they beat North Pocono last night, 71-50. They always seem to play better in their gym because of that home court advantage.
Sweeting had 20 points.
Yes, it was.
Very good.
Over on the girls, there are a couple playoff games that are being played on this Friday night. You have Abington and Prep in Division I. You have Riverside and Dunmore in Division II. And Montrose won Division III. They got a 21-point effort from Dallas Eli. I forget how to pronounce her name, but she had 21 points in a victory over over Lakeland to win that division on Wednesday, the first half. I also want to get off the broken record here. We've been constantly talking Scranton, Lake. I got some other guys I want to focus in here. First off, on the boys, Stephen Miller from Lackawanna Trail. He's a 7-foot monster.
Wow!
Up there, he had a triple-double.
I don't know what they feed those kids up there.
Triple Whoppers.
Yeah,
Something.
he had 30. Get this, he had 33 points, 26 rebounds, and 10 blocks in a 69-56 victory over Susquehanna.
I don't think I could do that at Holy Cross right now if I went and played with the middle school kids. I couldn't have those numbers.
No, you couldn't. And also, a couple girls on the girls' side. Mary Martin from Honesdale had 20 points in a Honesdale victory over Delaware Valley. And Megan Bush from Elk Lake had 26 in a 52-48 victory over Mountain View. So we're getting a little bit off the broken record here. We're getting out there. So you do something, I'll make sure to get you the recognition you deserve.
Very cool.
And one more thing I want to bring up: Coaches versus Cancer. It's always a great fundraising event. This year will be the girls' games next Friday, January 27th. The boys' games Saturday, January 28th. The coaches wear their suits. They wear their sneakers.
Yeah, they wear the sneakers. Yep.
Yes, and at the Lackawanna League, they did a good job. It's rivalry games for the most part, so we get more attendance out there. Great fundraising opportunity. Support your local teams. Support cancer research. Matty, anything to add?
Yeah, I do. Did you bang the gavel yet?
Not yet.
I don't want to
Not yet.
interrupt you. We got West Scranton Little League. We got sign-ups starting here. You're going to start seeing the signs. Kids are going to be sending stuff home. From what I see, the next 4 Saturdays, the 21st, 28th, the 4th, and the 11th, there'll be registration from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Lackawanna Complex. I'm pretty sure that's the Falcons field here. Not 100% sure, but you want to get your kid out to baseball, bring them down and sign them up there. Back to you, Muggs.
Dang the gavel.
Oh, the gavel has been banged. Look out, the Honorable Muggs has released this, which means that is another conclusion to the Mattyvision Sports Report. Coming up after the break, Jonathan Papelbon. You're watching Mattyvision.com. We dream big.